Good afternoon, Engineer Vincent. It's good to see you today. How are you doing?
Good. Good to see you too.
Yeah, thank you very much. The last time we chatted, we discussed your role as a process engineer in a solid state polymerization company, that is PET company, polyethylene terephthalate plant. And we talked extensively on what you do there, how raw materials are being converted to finished products. Today, I want to ask you some brief questions on process engineering generally, for the sake of those of our audience who may not understand what process engineering is all about. How can you define process engineering? How can you explain process engineering to the understanding, to the level of a layman?
I mean, just like you said during the introduction, process engineering is kind of related to production. So, production, when you're producing, you're simply converting raw materials to finished goods. For instance, I work in an SSP plant. So, what we produce is seabed, which is crystallized terephthalate. And for it to produce this saline polyethylene terephthalate, first of all, have to get our raw material, which normally comes as amorphous polyethylene terephthalate. So this amorphous undergoes different processes. First it is crystallized, then it undergoes splitting, where it is normally heated and then slowly cooled before it goes to the before it goes to the reactor. So kind of different processes that this raw material has to go through before it becomes finished. So process engineering and production kind of go hand in hand. So
That is nice.
process engineering is just equal to production.
Thank you very much. How interesting is process engineering? Do you enjoy working as a process engineer?
I think it's very interesting, seeing something move from what it is to some other thing. It's kind of looking at something transform or change into something else. I think that's very interesting.
Thank you very much.
I think the process engineering is quite interesting.
Thank you very much. So now, based on your experience, what advice do you have for a young process engineer, an aspiring process engineer who wants to follow your kind of path in the process industry? What advice do you have for such a person?
For me, like when I started, because I didn't start as a shift in charge or panel operator, I started from the field. And as someone that started from the field, one of the things that really helped me was there's something our mechanical department used to we call it LLF, look, listen and feel. I also applied that during my early stage of my career. Whenever I'm in the field, I look, I listen and I feel, because the plant I was working at as a process operator, our process gas was nitrogen. So in most cases, if there is leakage in the plant, the panel operator might not know. So it is you that goes to the field that will probably be the first person to notice this. So that skill of looking, listening and feeling things, I think it helped me a lot. In fact, during my time as a process operator, I think most times, or in most cases in my shift, before anyone noticed anything, so I was one of the first to, I'm always one of the first person to notice it too. And then secondly, I think to learn more, you have to learn how to coordinate or cooperate with other departments and also people in your department too, because during my time, during the time I started, the mechanical or instrument are doing any job, as long as there's nothing for me to do or there's less job for me to do in the process side, most times I go around to see what they are doing. It helps you gain knowledge because as you knowing things from the process and it's also good to know things from other departments and I think this is all I have to say.
Yeah, and that is nice. The knowledge connects.
Yes.
Doesn't stand in isolation.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you so much. It's been a wonderful time chatting with you, and I believe our audience, the listeners, would have seen one or two things to gain, to learn going forward. Thank you very much, Engineer Vincent.